Hello, everybody. There's been a lot of talk in the news and headlines about the real estate market. It's everywhere and it ranges on everything and every topic, ranging from the market is going to crash, it's already crashed and it's picking up again, to everything's doing great and now is the best time to buy. So, I think the best thing to do going forward is let's take a look for ourselves. So, let's look here. We'll start off with Bing. First off the top, current real estate market trends in the news. You'll see the headlines here, right? Real estate market investors find optimism, market size and insights, Manhattan sellers beware, stressed commercial real estate, crowdfunding market outlooks, Connecticut housing market. Still, as you can see, tight inventory levels. That appears to be a nationwide trend. All right. Now, this is for the Bing search engine, so they get their information from different sources. Let's try the Myrtle Beach real estate market. Real estate. Okay, and we have in the news real estate Myrtle Beach. Luxury apartment complex is coming to the area. Here's where it'll be. The open houses, Habitat for Humanity, $50,000 Powerball. Not a lot of information for the local area, right? There is developments going on, things for sale, but not a lot about the market. Let's take a look at what Yahoo News has to offer as far as the real estate market. We scroll down, we see a debt ceiling market crash. Again, the same article, good news home buyers can be a sweet spot. Stock market news, how the IRA is changing Britain's power dynamics. Toronto real estate plunges. Markets in 3 minutes. Kevin O'Leary says the persistence of remote work is now harming sectors. And we can see that goes on. And at last, we have Google News. Let's take a look what Google News has to offer us in the real estate market news. All right, again, sweet spot for home buyers, top of the list. Housing market for China. Housing market sets to cool. Florida real estate now number 2. Seems awfully similar. Let's try the Myrtle Beach real estate market. Habitat for Humanity. Myrtle Beach rental market sees higher supply than demand in 2023. Carolina Forest Complex. Barn raising. Fighting opioid addiction. Coastal counties, half of all the home sales in the state. And to me, at least, doesn't look like anything definitive to make an informed decision on where exactly the market is. So the best thing we can do going forward then is to actually look at the data for ourselves within the Myrtle Beach market. Here we are in the Coast of Carolinas MLS, and we'll go to the market statistics. If we go here to the Coastal Carolinas area, let's look for Myrtle Beach. So for the 1-year period for sales price, beginning in January 2022, that is $239,900 in January 2022. If we go to September 2023, which is last month, we have $318,735. So that's a pretty significant increase in the sales price. The average sales price we have down here at $280,758. And the average for September 2023 is $353,197. Again, very significant increase in the price. Let's see, for closed sales within the year. Going from January 2022, we have 575 closings for Myrtle Beach. In January, we have 445. And here in September 2023, we have 602. Well, adjust the screen a little bit so you can get a better view here. We look in the 1 year closed sales for Myrtle Beach. We have, beginning in January 2022, 575 closings. In January 2023, the beginning of this year, we had 445 closings. And we have here for September 602, which isn't far off from the beginning of January 2022. Now for shows per listing. A lot more shows per listing. The average is 6.4 in Myrtle Beach in January 2022, whereas now it's 3.1 shows per listing. And we'll look at closed sales for a 1 year period from January. Let's go to the days on market for the Myrtle Beach area. January 2022, we have an average of 91 days on market. We go to the high water mark here, January 2023, you have 125 days on market, and we're trending back downward. We're at 101 days on market for September. What else can we take a look at as far as information that helps us? We'll look at the sales price. The sales price for the 1 year period from January 2022 average is $280,758. For January 2023, we have $365,027. And for September, just last month, we have $353,197. Given all this information for just 1 year, how do we get a better idea of what the market is like? Given it's 1 year and we don't see anything except for an increase, it looks like the market is up. Granted, you have it starting down here, and then you have a peak, a smaller valley, peak, and another valley going down, but it doesn't give you a better idea of what's going on overall. So we'd have to look at a longer period of time. So what we'll do is we'll take a 5-year period for this information and go ahead and download it and take a look at it. So we'll go here to 5 years, sales price, average, and we will share that information and we'll grab that information. Now we have all the information from January 2018 up into September 2023, which is just a few weeks ago. Now, the best thing we can do is take all this information and compare it side by side. Now we have an actual graphic representation of what we see in the market over the last 5 years. January to January, things are significantly higher. And we see the trend is still going upward year over year. Mere pricing alone, though, doesn't necessarily give the full picture of the health of the market. We can see this in the sales price itself. If you look here in 2023, and we go down to the high water mark of July. July, you can see, is the highest of all. And this high water mark is $393,231. However, from this high water mark of July, it looks as if that's all the market can bear. And from there, it comes down to 369 in August, down to 346. Let's take a look at the numbers here. In the high water mark of July, we have $393,231. And then in the next month, we have $369,822. For that month, we have $23,409 decline. From there, at 822, we have another price drop for September to 346,743, which is another $23,000 drop. Now we take this decline of $23,079 and add it to the previous month of $23,409. We get an overall decrease in price from July of $46,488. Let's pull the same information on closings in the Myrtle Beach area. So we have closed sales, 5-year period. And we'll go ahead and download. So now we have all the information of closings in Myrtle Beach from January 2018 to September 2023. Here we have all the information represented in a line graph for the real estate closings over the 5-year period. Here's 2021 and 2022, trending higher than the average previous years of 2020, 2019, and 2018. However, we see that 2023 is somewhere in between and trending a little bit downward from the previous 2 years. So now we can see where everything is in relation to each other over a 5-year period. For January 2018, we have 413 closings. For January 2023, we have 445 closings. For September 2018, we have 383 closings. For September 2023, we have 565 closings. What we also have to look at is the mortgage rates. And from Freddie Mac pulls information weekly, market mortgage rates from 1971 to present day. And then for purposes of this analysis, we're only going to take the years 2018 January to 2023. So now we've taken the information from January 2018, from the week of 4 January, down to the week of the 28th of September 2023. Now that we have the information from 2018 to 2023, we can take it from a graph here. Now, this is the information from Freddie Mac for 30-year and 15-year interest rate mortgages over a 5-year period. And we can see beginning in January of 2018, we have 3.38 for a 15-year and 3.95 for a 30-year fixed rate. Going forward, we do see a decline. Ultimately, for a 15-year, we see a low point of 2.17%, and for a 30-year, 2.67%. After that, the trend generally goes higher, going into September of 2023 for 7.31% for a 30-year fixed rate and 6.72% for a 15-year fixed rate. So if you can see, with the interest rates going up significantly, the overall closings are beginning to go downward. Now, these are still, if you look at these numbers, higher than the 2018 period and comparable to 2019. However, they're not near, for the most part, the hotter years of, let's say, late 2020, 2021, and 2022. If you look at it from the perspective of the ability to get a mortgage at a significantly lower rate, then you understand why things took off so much and why home prices went up as well. Because from mid to late 2020 up until 2022, we were hovering anywhere from 3.19% for a 15-year to 3.74 for a 30-year, all the way down to 3.11. Things didn't start to take up again until March of 2022. Since the current year high of $393,231 in July, we have seen a decline in the average home price for Myrtle Beach. That decline has been from July into August 5.95%, and August into September 6.24%. Current days on market stands at about 101 days. Myrtle Beach inventory stands at about 3.3 to 3.4 months of supply. That is about smack dab in between 2021, 2022, and the years before that, 2019 and 2018. In 2018, 19, and 20, you had a very high inventory where everything sat around 4 to 5 months of supply. And then 2020, as things started to pick up, then you had a decline in monthly inventory. Whereas in 2021 and 2022,
you had a lower inventory where you had a month to maybe 2 months at best, and the inventory remained low up until about April of 2022, to where it started to come up to about 2.9 months of supply. Right now, it looks like what is a mixed market. No one can definitively say that it's crashing, but at the same time, no one can really say that it's the best market ever in comparison to the previous couple of years. Interest rates are up, therefore, sales and home prices are going to start going down. And you can see that in the previous quarter. So that concludes the Myrtle Beach real estate market analysis. If you like the information that you've received today, please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a good day.